Hey everyone, I'm Mindy from Cute Girls Hairstyles, and today we are going to test a fab or fail on a product called the RevAir. This is the RevAir, and there's a long hose over here you can't see either. Now, if you aren't familiar with this, what it's supposed to be is basically this wand sucks your hair in and uses airflow going down the grain of your hair to basically create tension while it blows air around your hair, thus drying it and straightening it at the same time, but with nearly half the heat of a regular blow dryer. So it's supposed to cut your time way down on styling your hair, as well as create less damage on your hair because it's using less heat. So this is what we're gonna test today, the RevAir. Let's get to it. This is the size of the box, and I thought maybe it was like a big old box for packing, but it actually is fully this entire box. So this thing is quite large. And there's this whole huge bag in there. Let's see if I can get it out. Maybe. I can't get it out. Oh my goodness. Okay, the wand, hose, and filter in this piece. I don't know what in this piece. And then this thing. It was really only 4 steps, but we added the filter in here and then connected this, which really wasn't hard at all. This apparently is just a little resting spot for the wand. So what the instructions say is that you should start it on lower settings and test your hair so that you don't start on the highest settings and find out that your hair like tangles easily or something. And I'm gonna start with the machine itself on a 2, so that's the amount of tension pulling on the hair. And I'm going to go ahead and notch it up to high heat on this because typically I find my hair does need a little bit of heat to pull out the curl. It's a little loud. Separate it and then let it suck my hair in all the way up to my scalp, and then I'm gonna hold it here for like 10 seconds. And it's not hot against my scalp, so I can hold it here and be totally comfortable. And after about 10 seconds, it says to just slowly spend like 30 to 60 seconds moving it down your hair strand. So I'm gonna start, yeah, I can feel the root is dry now. So I'm gonna just start slowly pulling my hair out. You can see that's what my hair looks like. It's like warm to the touch, but it's not hot. This is how much hose there is. Kind of big and bulky. It's a little heavy in the hand. Like I think after doing my whole head of hair, my arm would be tired. Okay, so I just did my bottom layer. Minimal tangles, barely any. Because my hair wasn't really tangling, I can go ahead and attempt to notch it up to a 3 or a 4, which is just gonna give a little more tension on my hair, which I'm gonna try to see if it gets it any straighter. Don't judge me if you're seeing my gray hair, guys. We're just gonna try a 4 and see what happens. I can definitely feel it's pulling on my hair tighter. It doesn't hurt. So a little bit, tiny bit more tingly, but I do think it also got that piece straighter. So I'm gonna keep it there and try some more. Overall, I don't feel like I'm as hot as I would be if I were blow drying and straightening my hair. I'm gonna keep going and finish my hair out. I'm gonna try to notch it up to a 5 and just see what happens. Okay, I definitely feel like with a 5, my hair is getting some snarls in it. You see that? So I do not like that, so I'm gonna go back down to a 4. 4 is probably my perfect setting then on my hair. Okay, you guys, I have dried my hair. I mean, it definitely is dry all the way through, but for me, I really like stick straight, so I wouldn't wear this personally out. I would have to then take like a flat iron and style it still. I felt like it took about the same time as it requires me to blow dry my hair, so I didn't lose time, but I felt like I used less heat, which was nice. In an effort to really give this machine a good whirl, want to test it on some other hair types too. So I'm gonna show Brooklyn, and I'm gonna bring in Sana, and I'm gonna do Paisley, because they all have very different hair textures and lengths and types, and we're gonna try this on their hair as well. Brooklyn kind of has some natural wave. Her hair tends to be pretty fluffy when it's just blow dried or air dried, and it tends to be a little more coarse. We're gonna start by just taking it back to a 2. So these 2 pieces I just did on a 2, which is definitely not tangling her ends at all. So I'm gonna notch it up to a 3 just out of curiosity, and I'm gonna turn it down to low heat and see if it does as well. It wasn't quite as straight as this is. For Brooklyn's particular hair, I like the little bit higher heat. And when I say high heat, it's definitely not like a straight iron 400 heat. It is like higher heat for this machine. Yeah. Right. So I'm gonna go back to using the higher heat and do this piece again, and then we'll keep going for a second. It definitely wasn't snarling the ends. Brooklyn, you're gonna die.
Is it straight?
It's like so straight.
You're kidding. What in the world? I'm just so confused.
So this definitely worked very well on her hair. It's not super fluffy, it's not super crazy. I really like what it did with Brooklyn's hair, for sure. Okay, I wanted you guys to see what her whole head of hair looks like when it was all finished, which she went and looked at it and said that that was as straight as she would get it if she had blown it and then done a flat iron on top.
Yes. It's actually super cool, I like it.
Okay, for those of you guys that don't know Sana, she's gonna be my next test subject. Sana, describe your hair texture.
So it's pretty straight, gets kind of frizzy, and for the most part, it just does what I need to do.
All right, let's go. We're gonna start on a 2. Okay, Sana's ends, because it's so long and because she needs a trim, it got a little bit twisted and tangled, so I'm just going to leave it at a 2. I am using high heat on her hair, and we're gonna finish out this layer. I do think hers is a little more tangly at the bottoms than Brooklyn's was, and I don't know if it's the length or if her ends are just a little drier, and so it's just twisting those up a little. Okay, guess who joined us? Say hi, Paisley.
Hi.
So Paisley has a very different hair texture than mine. Hers is really 4B in the front to 4C in the back, so the curls are even tighter when it gets to the back part of her head. And it takes us quite a while to blow dry her hair, doesn't it, Paige? And then we have to straighten it with the straightener if we do it. So it's complicated and takes a while. All right, and I'm gonna again take it back down to a 2 because we don't want it starting too high on her hair. And for sure, I'm gonna go ahead and leave it on heat because I know her hair will require some heat to get it straightened. Okay, it definitely dried her hair and it did start to straighten it, but there's still quite a bit of texture in there. So I'm gonna go ahead and notch it up a little bit.
Let's do 3.
Let's jump to a 4 and see what happens. I can see that on this section, it's just tight. It's pulled it a little bit straighter than this one, and neither one had excessive tangles in it, so I'm gonna go ahead for sure and leave it at a 4. I could feel like I could even try it at a 5.
Can I do it?
You wanna try it?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll turn it up to a 5 and then you can try it. Bring it all the way in, and then hold it up against your head, all the way. Hold it. So count to 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1,000, 5, 1,000. Good job. So this is what her hair looks like after we tried it on a 5. It definitely still didn't get tangled on a 5, so I would be comfortable using that on her hair as well. Did you think this was faster or slower than when we normally dry your hair?
Faster.
I agree, it was faster. And I think it's getting straighter with less pulling. Because normally I'm using a blow dryer and then pulling her hair, and so I feel like it's tangling more, and this didn't feel like tangled.
It does hurt.
Yes. Okay, we finished Paisley's hair, and you can see this is what it looks like all finished, which for her hair is pretty straight. And this would be a really great starting place if we were going to then put braids in or something that's a more protective style. Okay guys, so let's do the final wrap up. The RevAir, it definitely straightens the hair, it definitely dries the hair, and it uses less heat, which I love because especially on super textured hair like Paisley's, I'm neurotic about how much heat I put on her hair. Downside to the RevAir, it costs $399 on Amazon, although it still has a 4.5 star rating there with 75 reviews. The second negative for me is just that it's huge. I mean, you're not gonna travel with this. And even just storing at home, I mean, I think some will, but I'm just not sure like a lot will be willing to store such a giant piece of equipment for the once in a while that they decide to blow and dry their hair when they have access to something that's way easier like a blow dryer. The next negative for me is it's loud, really loud. I'm so conflicted. I think I'm gonna give it 1 up, 1 down on this one. I'm not gonna declare it completely positive because there's definitely some things I think they should improve, including the price and size, but I'm not gonna give it a completely thumbs down because especially on textured hair like Paisley's, it really did do the job and I loved the results. Just so you know, Brooklyn hardly ever straightens her hair, and when I ask her why, she says it's because it takes forever and it doesn't stay straight. We live in Texas, it's usually humid. I did this on her hair and it stayed straight for 2 days. It's only been 2 days since I tried it. I want to love it, you guys. I want to love it, but the price and the size are the things that I just can't get past. So there you go. Now you know whether it's gonna be worth it or not for you guys to spend the money. It does have a 30-day money-back guarantee according to their website. I'll put a link in the description box so you guys can find where I purchased mine from Amazon. And you guys, that's it for the RevAir One Up, One Down. We will see you guys next week. If you haven't subscribed to our channel, be sure to click the button right here. You can check out other Fab or Fails by clicking over here. And we will see you guys next week. Bye guys.